welcome back to Donington Park after the second Bennetts British Superbike Championship race of the weekend and taking a hard-fought victory for Hager PBM and Ducati. It's Glenn Owen. Glenn, yesterday the gap was too big to bridge, but today in the shorter race it was a real hard battle at the front between the four of you, and there wasn't very much between you and Kyle and Tommy. Bikes were stronger in different areas, but it must feel good to be back on the top step of the podium after that race.
Yeah, it feels great. Yesterday was a very enjoyable ride. I feel like it was like one of the best rides I've had, but then it was for a third. I feel just really nice, working on kind of my daily practice and arriving in the right kind of mindset into the day ahead, whether it be at racing or at home, and applied a lot of that and had a game plan and you execute it whilst never being you're never fully aware of what's going to go on in the race, but you can adapt and throughout the race as such and counter. What pleases me is the changes the team made for warm-up, and then we kind of halfway housed them for the race. I thought the guys done a great job, and the areas where we're strong, we continued to be strong, maybe stronger, and the areas we were a little bit weak yesterday, and maybe fundamentally the bike is weak. I felt we did a really, really good job at managing them and letting it slide, and I felt like Gary McCoy out there. I was kind of sideways everywhere, but 44 points in the championship I think now, and that's better than whatever it was yesterday. 47, yeah. It's hard enough to be positive when you're 44 behind, but it's 3 points in the right direction, and keep fighting, winning races, enjoying ourselves. Whatever comes at the end of the year will come. We will win this championship one day. I don't know exactly when it is. Cheers.
Thank you, Glenn. And taking second place for Honda Racing UK after a hard-fought race 2 here at Donington Park is Tommy Bridewell. Tommy, that was a very difficult race. You had some big moments as well. Talk us through it and how you feel after finishing second, please.
Yeah, tough. Well, not really tough, to be honest. Made a great start, and I thought I'd just see how my pace is. 20 laps behind Kyle yesterday was harder, and to be fair, he set a great pace. So I wanted to see where my pace was. And I was chuffed really to lap mid-27s, because in these conditions, temperatures, it's certainly not easy. And we've not had supreme pace as such on our own. So I was happy to sort of get to the front, click off laps in good lap times, and see how I felt. But frustratingly, there's some key areas that leave me quite vulnerable, and I'm struggling to do anything about it, if I'm honest. So I feel strong through the first part of the lap, up in the McLeans, into Coppice, out of Coppice, feel really good, and then I'm weak, really weak. I'm just struggling to get the bike to stop. So I'm hanging on for dear life, to be honest, to limit the damage. But it is what it is. And then obviously, once they were able to pass me into them areas, I knew I had a bit of a race on, and the only way to try and stop him was to sort of dogfight. So, to be honest, it was handy to have Glenn in the pack, because it's always a bit erratic when he's around for definite. So it made it a bit easier for me to, in truth, to probably stop Carl. Just see, I had obviously a moment down through Craner, and then Danny then passed me into the old hairpin, and I knew it was crucial to get straight back past him, which we did, and just sort of get stuck into it. So just see if we can improve the areas we're weak for this last race. See if we can make a little step there. And I think if we can, it'd just make. I don't think it'd make the pace any better, but I just think it'd make me less vulnerable and a bit easier to, instead of being attacked, maybe attack. So all in all, positive run, and just doing what I need to do at the minute.
Thank you, Tommy.
Cheers, thank you.
And taking third place for OMG Gorilla Yamaha Racing, it's Kyle Ride. Kyle, we chatted with Glenn, we've chatted with Tommy. It's clear to see that the bikes have different strengths across the whole lap here at Donington Park, and that made for a really difficult and tight race too. Talk us through it from your perspective and how happy you feel to be back on the podium, or if you're disappointed.
Yeah, I think disappointed is the word, but it just shows how much we've come on the last couple of races to be disappointed with a third and only be a couple of attempts off winning. So yeah, all weekend's been brilliant up to yet. I knew that race was going to be difficult, only being 12 laps with Glenn and Tommy having new tyres, and yeah, that sort of race, there's no saving tyres. It's go as fast as you can. Obviously, you've seen Glenn broke the lap record there as well out in front, and yeah, the pace was good. I struggled at the start to keep up with the boys. Danny was niggling at me into the old hairpin. I had to keep passing him back. I think I wasted a lot of tyre trying to stay in third place. And when I caught the boys up, there was only one place I could pass them really, and that was the Melbourne Loop. So I managed somehow to get to the front, and I thought, right, if I just do 2 qualifying laps here, I should maybe pull away with this last sector I had. And yeah, Glenn pulled the paint off the side of my bike going down the back straight, and I knew I was in for a dogfight. So yeah, I feel a bit unfortunate to come away with third there. I feel like I had the pace to finish first or second, but yeah, the points are still close, and yeah, we can make the bike a bit better for this afternoon, and hopefully we can win them.
Thank you, Kyle.
Cheers.